Alright, and back. Coach interview coming up shortly, trying to get this in so I don't make this man late for work. Alright. I must admit though, I never thought I'd actually say I could be really friendly with an Oklahoma fan, because most of them are, at least most of the ones I know, are obnoxious as hell, just like Cowboy fans. But yeah, get along with this guy pretty good. Probably the only Oklahoma fan, truthfully, that I really get along with. So yeah, let's see here. Oh, almost dialed the wrong number. I'm glad that he put that on there. And that I looked twice because I memorized and put the wrong one. What's up, dude? Sorry to kind of rush this at the last minute here. I keep forgetting that I'm on Pacific time, not Mountain time. That's really throwing my day off here. And I also must apologize too. Yeah, if I would have had this stuff or a mic that was actually worth a crap last week, I could have let you have your moment in the sun. But yeah, I was hoping that you would win your games after you made your comment about your next block. Like, crap, he lost.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. I'm cursed.
Yeah, I take full responsibility for that. So, yeah, I saw then he turns around and loses to Okie State. Like, go figure. So, how's life going down there at Oklahoma?
Oh, you know how it goes. Pressure packed. Been with the Huskers.
Yeah. What do you think about Stoops coming back for a co-defensive coordinator? Like, that's different. Haven't heard that one before.
Several times with coach. I like that he's coming back. I'm not necessarily thrilled that Clemson and West Virginia are trying to still like Venables, though.
Yeah.
I like Venables. A lot of people around here think that he's the problem, but I think they got rid of the secondary coach, Martinez. I think he was the problem. He got fired for the same thing in Georgia.
Man, I had
That's how I feel about that.
I had so much hope for you guys this season. Like, now that Nebraska's out the Big 12, I can secretly, I can't say root for you guys, but I don't have that great dislike for you anymore. Not that I had it for you, but you know, it's kind of bad. You know, I think was when they played in the championship game against the Sooners. It was like, I don't even know why we're here, because it was like false hope. We get off to a good start, and I was just waiting for that moment to come where I just could tell we're going to lose.
That was a crazy game.
Our best quarterback is a running back. So such a miserable game, at least from my end. But that's okay.
Yeah, that was a hell of a comeback. I was pretty excited.
Yeah, like pretty much after that, I'm not going to lie, I was saying, yep, it's time to get out this conference. Let's hurry up and leave. No shame at all. No shame at all. And then get the same treatment in the Big Ten anyway.
I know. I figured y'all would maybe do a little bit better up there.
Yeah, I thought it would be better suited to us running the ball, but, you know, when I heard our offensive coordinator was interviewing for another job, like, don't even interview him, just sign him, please. We'll pay for you to take him off our hands. This weird offense that we run. Ugh. But let me see here. Makes it a little bit easier if I can get this thing to pop Makes it a little bit easier that doing it over the phone because I still have access to the internet
Yeah.
through the PS3 because I can't do it through the computer recording this lame thing. So let me go look. I mean, I know you're having a good season. Of course, I keep my eye on you.
Don't make me blush.
Yeah, no awkwardness here. We're all friends. But obviously, you got off to a good start, and we talked about the game before. I guess we can keep that conversation private. Um, no offense, Noel, but we always have our eye on you.
I got a rematch with Noel in the cup.
Is that at Death Valley too, or playing at home?
No, it's at home, so we'll probably lose.
Yep, playing better on the road. Gotta love that. So, what are you thinking about your second run here? It's kind of, I mean, I remember when you had them the first time. We played our scrimmage, which we need to have one of those here pretty soon. I need to vent. I need to vent about USC. I can't do it on the air here, but when you played in the first season, you were saying that you're having a hard time running the ball, and I'm pretty sure that I said something along the lines of it's before the season starts, everything will be fine, and then you played, and you played a cup game, and you're like freaking out over that, like, dude, calm down, the season hadn't even started yet, and then the season started, and nothing really changed, and I think we all know how that turned out for you.
Yeah, U.S. Marine whipped my ass in that cup game with UTEP.
Yeah, I was like, I remember you freaking out, like, okay, it's just a cup game. He's like, I lost to UTEP. I'm like, what?
I did beat him in week 1 of the season, though. So.
Yeah, because I remember you saying that because you had to play him in the season. It's like, oh, it's not going to get off to a good start. Dude, the game doesn't even count as a cup game. No one cares about the cup. And then, when, like, as the season's going on, it's like, wow, he really wasn't kidding. He's struggling there. Oh, how's...
Yeah, it took longer to adjust to this year's game than usual. Not that I'm ever, like, really good. I've only had 2 or 3 10-win seasons ever, but I usually do my best in the third season, and then when the first season of the new game gets here, I'm terrible. And I usually have OU that season, so I always lose them.
Yeah, go figure. You're doing... I mean, I know you're 3-2 because of the losses in this block, but you seem to be doing better, at least feeling more confident than you were during the first season. How are things looking on offense for you this time around?
Well, I have stopped throwing the ball like 50 times. I had to stop doing that when I was at Syracuse last season because I turn it over. When I throw the ball, I turn it over. I can't help but throw interceptions. So I will run the ball with the fullback. It doesn't matter, just to not turn the ball over. And that's helped me a lot because I don't have 5 turnovers every game. I'm not throwing 38 interceptions this season.
Yep.
So I think that's the main key. And I've switched up my defense. I run a little bit more blitzes than I've ever run. I'm running a 4-2-5.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not playing you this season then.
I like that on this game because I can actually get some pressure on the quarterback. And that's always the problem I have. I get sacked all the time.
Yeah, the sacks and then the, panic. Crap, I don't want to take the sack and just throw the ball up and it gets picked off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, I know the feeling because that's what's going to happen for me this season. Interceptions. It's weird in scrims. I think I've been averaging about 4 picks a game. Like, wow, this wasn't what I was planning on coming here. But, yeah, it is what it is. I hope Broyles is catching better for you than he did the first time around. Because it seemed, I don't know, on this year's game.
No, Broyles was good the first time around. He was my only player.
Okay.
All-American.
I'm trying to think, was it who? It might have been who's. It's like the guy couldn't catch a ball to save his life. I'm like, it's probably because you're not an OU fan. He's punishing you for taking them.
You really have to do like outs and ins with him because his route running's so good on the game when he takes his little jab step
that's good to know. Also, another good reason not to play OU this season. um, I'm so unprepared right now. I apologize. So what are you thinking as far as outlook on the season for you? So no, I mean, it's always a good thing to be able to play with your favorite team. I totally understand the pressure of having your favorite team and not wanting to lose them, and every loss hurts just a little bit more. But
yeah, it really sucks to lose when it's your team. I should know because I've done it several times. I think this is my 4th time with Oklahoma.
Hey, you're always bounce back though. At least I know one thing: if they're on the board and you're up to pick, they're going where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, I know. I was really hoping that Doc was going to take OU because he was ahead of me and he started giving me all these little text messages about how he liked him so much. So I had decided to take Oregon because that's who I play in my online dynasty with, and I can actually run the ball.
Michael
Then
James.
he let me down, so I had to take him. The pressure was back.
Yep. But you've had some good seasons at OU, so hopefully.
Yeah, I know. Just a little shout out to Screw Big Mike over that.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that season. 12-1, like, who to vote for?
I like how I voted myself number 2 and him number 3, but he had me down around 6 or 7.
I'm pretty sure I voted you number 1. And I know, like, there was total. I try to remain as impartial as possible, but yeah. There's a few people in the league that if they're in a situation I have a chance to vote for them over someone else, I'm probably going to vote for them higher just because. And that's probably sounding really bad right now, but everyone has their ways of voting, so, I mean, at least I'm honest with it.
I do the same thing on awards. I vote for friends first. And even in, like, the first poll, I pull Spurriers and put friends that are in teams that shouldn't be in the poll. At least in the first poll.
Yeah.
I don't ever vote for Trendon, though, because he'll just bitch about it.
It's funny you brought that up because I was just about to say starting next season because Trendon has really been some of the IM conversations we've had lately have been I'm gonna have to start annoying him back now. The cup game wasn't enough. I mean, pretty sure Dave paid off Big Mike to make that all possible. And I think I'm gonna start voting Trendon. I might give him a number 1 vote just to really piss him off. See if I can get a bunch of people to assist me in this and vote Trendon number 1 so he can be our preseason number 1. And he'd blow his top. I don't even want to look at. I probably wouldn't be able to log on instant message or log into the message board for all. My PM box would be flooded.
We can start the underground movement.
All right, that sounds like a plan. So ultimately, what do you think of this year's game? So I know initially it wasn't received all that well, since it seemed like the DBs would pick off anything that was within 10 feet of them any way possible. I've still seen some pretty crazy picks on this game, but it seems that tuners have toned it down some. So
I mean, I like that it's harder, personally. Even like just playing the computer, it's more difficult, especially on Heisman. That's when I try to play offline to try to get a little bit better.
yeah.
But, no, it's just, it's the same kind of deal every year. You got to fill it out, and it's pretty much the same as it's always been. But next year we'll be able to throw the ball, and running will be hard for people that have good lines anyways.
Yeah, I remember a certain game that I'm pretty sure you'll remember too. I remember our scrimmage was pretty low scoring, and you score it late to win. But when we last played on last year's, well, maybe not last. Is it Fresno against Utah?
Yeah.
And the game where it didn't let you call timeout to kick a field goal.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was really weird because my roommate was looking at me and he overheard you on the mic, and I'm just kind of sitting there. He's like, "Is he yelling at you?" Like, I'll tell you after the game's over. Don't say anything. But that game, neither one of us got a stop at all. The entire game was like, wow, it's really gonna come. Oh, wait a minute, no, I got a pick. I got a pick against you, but I ran out of time on that possession, so it didn't even matter. It was just to prevent a score. So other than that, and then you had to settle for a field goal in overtime, and you were thinking about going for it on 4th and 5, and I think that kind of just summed up that game right there. Like, wow, last year's game, yeah, I felt so horrible having Nebraska. Like, Sue, Crick, I'm so sorry. This is not supposed to happen. I'm not supposed to give up 50 points a game with you guys, but can't help it. Oh, man.
Yeah, we've had some classics, several overtime games.
Yep. I still remember the catch by DeMarco Murray on the sideline. The best chance I ever had of beating you at Oklahoma. And he catches a ball like, are you fucking serious? It took every bit of whatever I had in me to not completely lose it over the mic in that game, because I was so pissed when that happened. I was trying to sit there with a smile and just keep talking. It's like, wow. I still have that saved too, by the way. I may post that. I may just post that. That's the one play that I saved from that year's game. I deleted everything else. Like, I can't delete this because odds are something like that will never happen again. It's like, well, that's a pick six. Nope, that's a touchdown.
I have one from, I guess it was 2005 or 6, that season I did so good with OU and didn't make it to the end, but I had a sicko spin move against Shell when he was at West Virginia that it was Murray again, and he went to the house. I think it might have been the first game on PS3, I can't remember.
Wow.
It might have been the second year. But I still keep that one on my EA highlight. That was back when Shell was the choke artist.
Oh, yeah, I remember those times. That's when I thought I could beat him, when he had OU. It's like, yes, someone else has OU. I have a chance to win. And guess what? DeMarco Murray ran a kickoff back in that game, so it still didn't matter.
He's your favorite player ever.
Believe me, when I knew that he was going to, this was going to be, when he was off of NCAA, I smiled. I wanted to throw a party for him. Not even lying. I'm so happy because he has made me miserable between you and other people. Like, I'm done with OU until he leaves. I don't want to play them anymore. Also, why I'll never go back to the Big 12. OU is my cursed team. So, yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever beat you when you've had OU either. So, I don't. It's probably karma because I'm a Nebraska fan. So.
Yeah, you had Nebraska a few times, but I always play feisty. And we kind of will go back and forth. Whoever has the better team just usually wins, unless they're even. Then I always win because Wes is terrible. But
Just because he's a Gator fan, he can't help himself.
He's the best player to play on the mic in the whole league. Because you know something's going to break, and there's just going to be loud expletives thrown around. It's just greatness. But he never beats me when I have OU either, but he's always lob tech or something. I hold a distinct advantage over my coach rivalries when I have OU.
Yeah, it's the jerseys. It creeps us out. That does bring up a good point, though. Speaking of feisty, what do you think of? Because I got to see the second half of your game against Knoll, but the Justin TV wave is tearing the NDL apart here. Just everyone's excited to watch some games here.
I love it. Actually, I didn't think that it would be any big deal, and I watched somebody play. I can't remember who it was. It was Big Mike and Crimson Basin or Bassoon, whatever his name is, the new guy at La Tech.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched that, and I was hooked on it. It might have been because Big Mike was losing, but
Don't say that. Don't say that too loud. You don't want to anger him.
I didn't think that I would like watching games and talking trash during them, but it's pretty cool. So I had the mid player help me set up my webcam, And now I only play night games, so we don't have the glare from my windows on the TV. You can't see me pacing and dancing in the reflection of my TV.
It's good stuff.
But yeah, I love it. I didn't think I would at all.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I would either. But not that I didn't think I'd like it, but it's like, I guess for me, and I play.
Yeah, I didn't think I would take the time to watch a game.
Yeah.
Somebody else was playing.
It's like, oh, someone's playing a game. Let me tune in. Next thing I know, it's 3 quarters later, and I'm still watching, talking shit with everybody else in the lobby. I think especially now that I'm back home, I'm gonna make that happen with Feisty a little bit more. Me and the Utah State game.
You need to mic up what's happening when you play it.
Huh?
You need to mic up what's happening.
You know, I'm putting it out there now. Feisty, I don't know what team you have or you're gonna have next season. I plan on having USC. Not that I have any control of that, because I still have to play Oregon, Stanford, and a bunch of other teams that are gonna make me miserable. Feisty, I'm issuing the challenge. Now, this Kentucky fan will always be better than that Gator fan. So, yeah. Me and him actually were talking yesterday about doing a dual show from like this point forward. So, hopefully he'll hear this by then and he'll talk shit and make fun of me. But I want a yes. I want a yes.
I want to here on that show too, because
and I will broadcast it, and I will well, no, I don't have to. He will. And I'll definitely have the mic on, and I will further annoy him during the game. Like, that's for Ashley Judd there. That's for us putting out Tebow when we played you guys and you killed us by 30.
Tebow. And then something will happen and you hear the duct tape roll. Out this microphone, after you hear like a loud explosion.
Yeah. I feel bad because when we played when I had Kentucky, I can't pull it back up, but he put something in the coach comments about, it's like something along the lines of Kentucky sucks forever, fuck you, something like that. And that was his coach comment. I was like, wow. Like, I know who sent that.
It doesn't hide his allegiances.
Yeah.
There's no pretending there.
Very true. I'm not going to lie, though. After being in Colorado for a couple of weeks, this isn't even me speaking as a Kentucky fan. This is me just speaking as a football fan in general. I don't know how you feel, but because I have to watch Kentucky, I had to hear about Tebow constantly, more than I even had to just in general, the general sense. I don't dislike Tebow. I have nothing against him. I want Denver to lose this game so bad, so he will just go away somewhat for the offseason. That's all I want. That was what I asked for Christmas. Pittsburgh did not help me with that. I know.
I never liked him. I didn't think that he was as great as everybody thought, especially the SEC crowd. But I don't know, man. He just wins. I hope they beat the Patriots because everyone talks so much shit on him, and staying away from his personal life that he wants to throw out there, just the football playing. He doesn't have the skills and tools that everybody does, but the dude just goes out there and wins the game somehow. And I know they have a good defense and stuff, but they're making plays when it matters in most games.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
It's hard not to like him as a football player when you're watching him. Other stuff can annoy you about him. And I had to sit there and watch him jump pass against OU in the national title game, and I was so pissed. But I mean, the dude just wins games.
The only thing that I wish is that, and I understand why the media does, but I wish the media wouldn't focus on him so much. Because I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about it, actually, and he was like, you seem so bitter about Tebow. I'm like, I'm not bitter. It's like, I just don't wish, I would have to hear about him 20 minutes at 60 on SportsCenter. But, like, I just watched my quarterback last year in Tampa have a bunch of fourth-quarter drives, and, I mean, I know he doesn't have the accolades that Tebow has, but I didn't hear anyone mention anything about Freeman all year. It's like, wow, it's just kind of a blurt. Hey, the Bucs won a game. that's it. And it's like, hey, it was cool seeing that. It was like, wow, the difference of, the media basically saying, well, I don't even want to get into it. I can't even go a day without talking about him. I'm just as bad. This is horrible.
He's just so polarizing that it's hard for people not to talk about him.
Yeah, which is
and
also
I think
a lot
of
of.
it is in what he does on the field. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
I feel bad because I know that I'm not gonna. I just don't like the Broncos anyway, so that has nothing to do with Tebow. But next year they play at Denver, and my former boss, who's a big wrestling fan just like me, so we talk all the time, and it's like, yeah. I talked to him after the game, and I was talking trash on Facebook, but I ate my crow, and I sent him a personal text like, hey, for you, I'm happy the Broncos won because I know how big of a Bronco fan you are. Good luck against the Patriots. But next year I'm going back to Denver to see them play the Bucks, and I know that's not going to be a fun game.
Probably not for anybody.
All right. Let me ask one more thing to wrap it up here.
All right.
So, you lost to Mizzou, you lost to Texas, and I know they were both close games.
Yeah, lost to Crows on the last second field goal. And against Texas, I fully am blaming myself 100% for the loss. I had the lead. I took the lead with, I don't even know how much time was left. There was 40 seconds or something. And I got the ball back on a turnover, I believe. And he had me down by his goal line, my goal line. And he stopped me, so I had to punt. And I'm in the back of the end zone. And I'm up by 5. And I'm thinking, when I punt here, he's going to have the ball on like the 40-yard line and be able to go in and score a touchdown. Just because there's 40 seconds, there's plenty of time. And you know how the game is at the end, you can just move the ball easier.
Yep.
So I made a poor coaching decision and called the fake punt, and I ran around with my punter until somebody got close to me and took the safety. So I'm up by 3. But then I figure I can kick the ball and make him go further. He'll have to go 70 yards to beat me, and maybe, even if he gets in range, maybe he'll just try to tie it. And we can go to overtime where I feel like I have a better chance to score points. The defense played really well for me. But the safety backfired, and then he went down the field and threw a Hail Mary and caught it in front of 2 of my defenders and then scored a touchdown with 7 seconds left. Won the game. That's one of my finer moments as a coach.
Yeah, I can imagine the rage. If I was on the mic, I probably would have took it off right then.
Rivalry, I mean, big in the conference race with everybody with like 1 or 2 losses. And I still have to play Texas A&M, which is plasma, and Brent's playing really well at K-State. I haven't played them. And of course, Luis at the end of the season. And then T. Wade whipped my ass at Iowa State the last time we played in season 1 when he was there, so it's not looking too easy. I don't expect to keep. I'll have to pretty much win out because I have to finish top 2 in the conference, and I think I even have to win the conference as one. I think there's 2 conference goals, so it's going to be pretty rough. I have to hope for like a 4-way tie with 2 losses.
Well, I guess that answers the question. Because I was just going to say, yeah, just go ahead and tell me that you're going to be back at OU next season.
I don't see it happening because I'm not good enough at the game. I mean, I can win games against equal talent, coaching-wise, but normally I beat people on this game because OU is so much better. And I can sit back and they make up for a lot of my deficiencies because ever since like 2005, I haven't been able to do the user picking and stuff like I used to when I started playing online. And it's going to be tough. I don't see any way that I finish with 10 wins and go 10-2 and keep, especially that I've lost to Texas.
Yeah, that definitely makes it rough. Well, of course, personally, I mean, it's different in a video game than real life. Because
Oh,
well,
yeah.
except for Colorado. Sorry, Donkey, but you are
Well,
forever
you get to
hated
play
for
them.
having
They're
that
in your
team.
division.
I don't want to say anything bad. I don't want to give him any bulletin board material, but it's like, yeah. When I was going there, like, me and Donkey always have good defensive games. Like, yeah, I've got USC. Donkey's staying there. I'm guaranteed a division win every season. As I'm beating some Buffalo ass, cooking some Buffalo burgers. But
Yeah, I know you hate them as a good Husker fan should.
well, all right, man. I wish you well. I hope that you'll have OU and that we can meet in a bowl game. I don't like playing you when you have OU because I feel pressure because it's a lose-lose for me. Either I lose a game or if I somehow manage to beat you, I hurt your chance for a win goal. So I hope that you do well this season, that you can find a way to stay there, and maybe we can meet up in the bowl game. But we definitely have to have a few scrimmages over the next couple of weeks, especially now that I'm back at school. I did all my obligations for family and friends out there in Colorado, so now I'm back to waiting for everybody to come back and board out my mind.
Sounds good. Sounds like there's something happening behind you.
Yep, drinks. That's actually what I'm doing as soon as I finish this. Gotta love being at a party school.
Exactly. What it's
Yep.
all about.
Yep.
Well, I wish you luck too with USC. I hope that you can leave there though and pick somebody's team and dynasty them and piss somebody off again, because that is one of my favorite things that you do.
Well, I can tell you right now, and I'll just go ahead and put out there, Paxi, I'm sorry. I know you're a USC fan. I'm not leaving this school until I get fired. So,
And Barkley's coming back, so they'll be solid for 3 more seasons.
which is why I picked him, hoping that he would. And I was just like, oh, well, Michael James isn't coming back. Sorry, Oregon, you fall off. Andrew Luck, see you later. See you in the NFL, riding the bench behind Peyton.
Well, after that bowl game, Black Mamba might be a little hard to contain on next year's game. He's already 97 speed. I use that dude in my online dynasty hardcore. I love it.
I want USC to be severely overrated. I know their offense will already be good, but I need them to be severely just like so overrated that they do everything for me. I just push buttons and I could finally get the conference championship that I've been seeking forever.
I hear that. I only have the one. I had to pull one out of my ass against Knowles. I will, by the way, do that again against this weekend.
Well,
I don't know what it is about Knowles. I can beat him, but I can't beat anybody else.
yeah, that thread with him and Big Mike. But hey, you got to win against one of them. That's all that matters. All right, man. Well, I'll let you get to work. So thanks for letting me do this, and I'll be talking to you soon, I'm sure.
All right, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Later, buddy.
All right. Later.
All right. I forgot to mute that, so hopefully no one hears that in the background. It's a little distracting. But that would be my coach rival. Well, yeah. And one of my favorite people in the league. Like to play scrims and talk with him, so nice that we got to get this done. I will go on a little bit of a soapbox here. For those of you that haven't had a chance to have your favorite team, whether it's because you passed on them willingly or just haven't been able to, the opportunity to have them hasn't presented itself, it definitely is something to really enjoy. For one, losses, I know they definitely are irksome a little bit more with your favorite team, but nothing is like having your favorite team. And it just makes things so much funner on the game. So yeah, it's definitely an experience. It'd be nice if everyone would be able to do that for once. And it sucks because you have some teams like let me think of one. Well, obviously, me, I know for sure Nebraska. It's like everyone's like cutting at your throats trying to get you fired when you have them. I'm sure 6 Feet knows the feeling. I do. Big Red, when he had them, same type of thing. It sucks. You got the target all over your back, but it's so much fun. Even if you only get to do it for one season, definitely take advantage of it if the chance presents itself, because you know what? You're never sure if they're going to ever be up again, regardless if the team is not as good as you would like for them to be. It doesn't matter. Just to say that you've been able to have them once is something that everyone should be able to do. So that's all for that coach interview, and that is going to be all for this show. So thanks for everybody for tuning in. I hope the sound was a lot better now that I'm back with the usual settings. If not, I tried to listen as best I could, but the headphones I have aren't great quality, go figure. A little water accident with my usual ones, so it seems like it's better. So we'll see what me and Wes can do for next week. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So thanks again, and this is Coach Sammy signing out.
My limbs are broken, I can barely see when I'm stuck in my moment, coming undone to the